What is your price? Because if your price is not your life, then you are for sale. The truth is, sometimes the juice isn't worth the squeeze. But the investigative work is just capital intensive. It's a lot of work. And you talk about clicks and revenue. Sometimes you could just talk into a video and get more clicks, or just be a hot girl than doing deep dive journalism. Is the goal impact? Is the goal reform? Or is the goal clicks? From a business, well, if you're a business, your goal is going to be clicks. That's obviously going to be your goal if you're a business, because that's how you generate revenue. But if your goal is impact, then it's a more philanthropic mission, and you require donations. So with the work that we do, we're putting out more output now than we were with at Project Veritas, just because we have a better, leaner, meaner team.
I mean, the discussion we had kind of earlier is this idea of journalism versus activism.
Yeah.
And I thought about that for a couple minutes, actually. And the conclusion I came down to, real journalism is actually activism.
Tell me, I think I understand, but tell me.
Because, like, there is a scarcity of real journalists in the world. Actually, fighting for truth is not easy. It's actually something that you have to believe in. You have to be passionate about. And there's just not that many out there in the world any longer. And not only are they not out there, but the ones that do it well, not a lot of them get a lot of reach. So you have reach, but you are promoting this idea of journalism and citizen journalism. It's really an activist goal.
You have to be activist to do the right thing, to not fall in line with how non-journalists typically operate. You mean? Yeah. You have to be an activist. You have to be. You have to be a little bit, a little bit of a.
A little crazy.
A little crazy. I was going to say psychopath.
That's probably a better word.
You have to go against your own self-interest.
Yeah.
And I think people will look at you with a sense of wonderment and awe, and perhaps part of them wishing they could do what you do, and perhaps feeling shame because they don't do what you do. And your very existence is an act of rebellion. Your very existence is threatening to other people who don't exist like you. It's a lot of emotions. And I think I did tell you that this morning. We had breakfast, Matt and I talked a little bit. And at the end of the day, a lot of the times I say to myself, what would I be? What would this make me? Kind of like going back to the Winston Churchill joke about, well, we already know what you are, madame. Now we're just establishing the price. My price is my life. What would that make me if I don't do this? And ethics is very fascinating to me, and you have to decide who you want to be. So, and I'll show you in my conference room. There's a pyramid, and on the bottom of this pyramid, it's an upside down pyramid. It says, "Who you are should never change." Who you are should never change. Where you're going might change a little bit if you're a captain of a ship, so you don't hit the iceberg. What you're doing, okay, now we're getting to more. This is the next 6 months to a year. Who's doing it, and what time are they doing? But who your core values should really never change. And I don't even know if a lot of organizations don't even think about this. Who are we? What do we stand for? By the way, we're not hidden camera people. Hidden cameras are a technique. But who are we? We're about truth. And why is the truth important? Why is it important that people have the truth so they can be sovereign? I think what you said, what's most important of all the things you said today, is giving people hope. I actually do believe that is the mission. That is the task at hand, to give people a true sense of hope. I always believed at Project Veritas that was ultimately why we existed. Really, why? When you made that Instagram video where you're talking about your sister or your aunt should apologize, you were giving people hope. because you were expanding their mind. Maybe my aunt, no, oh, and then they like kind of live vicariously, and they have this monologue. You know, everyone, we've all been through it, right? I mean, I won't mention names, but I've been through it. My family, extended family, upset at me for didn't get the vaccine. So I think it's the hope thing that did it for me.
What is your price? Because if your price is not your life, then you are for sale.